Feminism does not exist. Men, women, and the androgynous are different but have equal rights. Pure and simple. If you are a reasonable human, you are impartial with regards to gender. If you are unenlightened, you may assume the following: that women are inferior to men, that homosexuals are abnormal, that men should be told not to express fear or to cry, that the most important thing a woman could ever accomplish in this world is to raise children, that gender roles are important, etc., etc. You see, folks, if gender roles are important to you, that's fine. Men have every right to emulate what they think the ideal male human represents, and no one is stopping women from reproducing to their heart's content. What the unenlightened fail time and time again to acknowledge is that people are individuals, and that gender or lack thereof is only one aspect of who we are as human beings. I am not a feminist because I am not preoccupied with the ramifications of being female. I am more interested in the finer details, such as the inner workings of the human brain. Those who constantly bark about conformity and gender roles are not anti-feminists. They are simply threatened by the idea that not everyone has the same goals and aspirations in life as they do. These people cling tightly to how they were raised and for some reason feel the need to impose their ideas onto everyone else. I'm here to tell them to mind their own G.O.D. damn business. Many of these people that I have just mentioned are listening to this video and are attempting to twist my words and claim that I am imposing my ideas onto them. That is not surprising. Like creationists, these people have no other strategy available to them since they don't have an argument. What they display is behavior similar to a dog that barks needlessly at passers-by. They defend the resistance to human progress like an aggressive dog defends its territory. They are in fact so threatened by people who don't live according to their cookie-cutter standards that they perceive that those who make different choices from theirs are actually imposing these choices onto them. Similarly, when an innocent pedestrian is minding his business and happens to pass by the territorial dog, the animal is threatened that this human is encroaching on its boundaries. To those of you who were intimidated by my staged performance wherein I punched my computer screen for effect, to those who criticize me for not letting the street preachers get a word in edgewise in my video, Ghost Picks a Fight with Some Brainwashed Imbeciles, y'all can lick my boots. Many of you claim that I would have made a stronger case if I had been more diplomatic. Here's the skinny. Offering opinions analytically is getting old. It's what most people do here on YouTube when they make video responses. I don't tend to do what most people do, and that's a good thing because most people are boring. By the way, I did let the street preachers talk. Twice. After I realized they were repeating themselves, I saw no reason to allow them to continue to be redundant. I've been thinking about tactics recently, and I've come to the realization that I'm even more frustrated with thorough intellectual debates than I am with morons. People are so concerned with being meticulous and mature that they hold back time and time again. I'm more interested in saying exactly what I mean. Besides, I think a lot of people are so obsessed with the concept of maturity that they've forgotten what maturity really means. They have also forgotten to acknowledge their own anger and to accept it. Christians are under the impression that anger is taboo and refuse to allow themselves to experience it properly. You may think characters like Ned Flanders are repressing their anger, but what they're really doing is transferring it onto their God figure. They allow God to be angry for them. They think they aren't experiencing anger, but they are. They transfer most of it onto God and bury the rest so far inside themselves that it comes out as deceptive kindness to others. Bless you all too often means fuck you, but naturally they won't admit it. Their continual repression, denial, and transfer of anger has caused them to behave like the territorial dog when people like me pass by and express my anger in a productive and creative way. Like the dog, they don't speak their mind. They simply defend their master's territory by barking threats of eternal punishment. The difference between a Christian and a territorial dog is that a dog's master is a human being, and the dog understands this. A Christian's master is also a human being. but he doesn't understand this. Territorial dogs and Christians are quite similar in that they both enjoy being subservient. This is something that I have absolutely no empathy for.
It's rather like stage hypnotism. You've committed yourself to this farce of a religion. You simply can't stop. You've got to defend every absurdity. I love it. It's fantastic, actually. It's like you're trapped and we all get to watch you.
California Lutheran High School is a private Christian school. In 2005, 2 girls were expelled for violating the school's Christian Conduct Code, which prohibits immoral or scandalous contact. The principal, Reverend Gregory R. Borg, questioned both girls about whether they were bisexual, if they had kissed each other, and if they had done anything inappropriate. He concluded that they had, quote, a bond of intimacy characteristic of a lesbian relationship, and he sent a letter to their parents telling them about this, and the school's board of directors voted unanimously to expel both of them. So many people use their religion to justify discriminating against anyone who isn't straight, because their religion teaches them that being gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender is wrong. Not just wrong for themselves, but wrong for everyone on Earth, regardless of whether they follow the same religion. Well, you know what? That's not fucking good enough.
And it makes you look stupid. But, not that that would change your mind, but I just thought I'd let you know that I know it's crap, and I think you know it's crap too.
The simple fact is that the reason people get married today, it's only because they love each other and they want to merge their lives together. Everything else is secondary at best, if it matters even at all. And if you think that what marriage means to someone else will have even the tiniest scrap of meaning to what your marriage means to you, you're thinking way too hard about other people's business.
Creationists are obsessed with their mythical flood. The reason, of course, is obvious in that it is in their Bible as having happened. This, of course, presents a problem for them since the evidence suggests no such thing has occurred, and so they have to misrepresent what evidence does exist and claim that it represents evidence for their myth, when in fact it does nothing of the sort. One thing on my travels on YouTube is clear. The more heavily a creationist defends their myth, the less they know about actual science.
The religious will often tell us that there are things about their personal experience that those that call themselves atheists can never know. One of them is the love of God, the connection, the almost tangible connection between their mind believing in their God and the God itself. You're wrong if you think that those of us that call ourselves atheists don't know what you're talking about. It's a mistake, and it's a greater mistake than you think. The love that you feel is your love. It's the love that you're capable of. It is being hijacked by an idea that simply isn't true, and contained within that idea are the seeds of the hatred of others. If you fear that denouncing that religion, that organised set of beliefs written down for you so handily in a book, will remove from you the sensation of God's love, you're very wrong. You can still have that love. You just can't have the certainty. You can't have the name. You can't have the sins, the lists of do's and don'ts. But you can still have the love if you put aside the childish book upon which you've been brought up.